Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Shelly over at Crafty Cottage Dreams, and I'm sharing my September design team project for Lydia over at Raindrop Lila. And I decided to do something a little bit different. I have created a pack and it's filled with a journal already created for you. All you have to do is fill it up. I've made a paper bag ensemble filled with beautiful ephemera that I've created, and I also have tons of accessories. I have a fabric and lace bundle pack for you, and I'm so excited to share it with you. And excuse my lovely birds. Hi, Blueberry and Lemonade. They're very active at this time of day, so I apologize for that. You will hear them in the background. There is nothing I can do about that. They've brought me tons of joy, and I enjoy spending time with them. They're so adorable. I'm not sure if you've seen some of my pictures I've posted, but I'm enjoying them very much. So they're singing to you guys, so they'll be joining us today. So how about we get started? I'm only going to share one because they're pretty much one and the same, guys. I will say that one of these are already reserved, and I will have the other one available in my Etsy shop. So I'm going to, being that they're the same, I usually generally put it in one posting on Etsy. But being that one is reserved, I will list one as available and one as reserved. So how about we get started? I hope everybody is doing well. So I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. I have some beautiful seam binding here, and it's in mint. I just love this color, and I had it available, so that's what you'll be getting as well. And it's so pretty. I love this color. You can also use it in your journal. Here I have, I'm not going to open it up, guys, because it's already sealed. And let me just mention, I've used, this is created on tons of scrap I've had for my previous design team projects for Lydia over at Raindrop Lila. So I can't remember most of them, but what I will tell you that what I do remember is I've used the French and antique documents, which I love. They're so gorgeous. The blue antique documents. Let's see, I used some pretty blue add-on ephemera along with Annabelle Vintage Pastel, Rosalind Pink Vintage, and the rest I cannot remember, so I'm so sorry, but I will post all of Lydia's links down below in the description box. She has so many beautiful digitals, and she just created one. I can't remember what the name of it is right now offhand, but I'm definitely using that in my October design team project. So right here I created, and I love these bags. I've had these, my bags, for so long. They're already sealed, but it's filled with this stick pin. I love it. And they are French bags, and I thought they were so adorable. So what I put in there was some lace doilies for you and some lace. And I'm not going to open it up because it's already sealed. There's another French bag, and I added this clip just because this one is not sealed. It cannot be sealed, so I just added this clip, which I love these clips. I got them off from Amazon, and I just love them. So what I put in here for you, and these are the accessories, is, I'm going to get them all out. Bear with me. Put some bling in there. You have some baby pins, safety pins, and I love these from Tim Holtz too. They're so nice. We have some brads, paper clips. These clips I absolutely adore as well. And bulldog clip. So let's put that back in the bag. And those will be a nice addition to add to your journal. Oh goodness. Hopefully I can get it all in there. No, of course not. I tried. But I wanted to add these for you all. And I love this French bag. I forgot where I got these from. I got them a long time ago, and they've just been hanging out, so I figured, why not? You can certainly use them in your journal as well. Just want to flip that over. There we go. And then I have this beautiful lace bag. And I filled it with so many vintage buttons that were so graciously gifted to me by Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. But I added tons of vintage buttons for you to play around with. And that is clipped on because it cannot be sealed with a bulldog pin. Bulldog clip, I should say. And then you'll see once we get in here, I created my journal with, I forget where I got these letters from, but it's dated January 24th, 1933. And it's Miss Doris Baxter, and they are letters. I don't know, I have a ton of them, and I wanted to include another letter, and it's Tuesday, January 24th, again, 1933, and I absolutely think they're gorgeous. So you can also put that in your journal, or hey, use it in another, or I don't know, I just wanted to include an extra. Like I said, I made my front cover of the journals out of this, so we'll put that aside as well. And then, excuse me guys, I need to take a sip of my water, I apologize. And then I have this beautiful, look at that bundle, it's so adorable, crocheted doily here. It was a placemat, I just cut it in half. You could use it in other creations, or you can certainly use it in this creation. There's so much here that you're definitely not going to be able to, everything that I included, you'll definitely not be able to put everything in this journal. So here is the fabric bundle, and I don't know if anybody's into embroidery, but I do like hand stitching in my journals. So I don't know, maybe that's something you're interested. So I'm not going to take it apart. However, I do have some embroidery thread and some appliques. Here we have this beautiful crocheted in blue, tons of laces and fabric, cut out fabric in that pretty blue. It's so pretty. So you can certainly make pockets out of this fabric, or I don't know, be creative. That's the whole point of this. So instead of me creating a journal, I figured I would put together these pretty packs for you. And then here is the beautiful journal I created. It is binded with some, and I actually dyed this. This was white seam binding, and I dyed it in, I used one of my ink pads, so I just sprayed it and then blotted it with one of my ink pads, and I forgot peacock blue maybe. I added a crochet doily with a bling and one of those Tim Holtz pins, and here is that letter I was talking to you about that I created this journal with. I added some washi tape here, Stampool stamp. I love her stamps. So this is a blank canvas journal. And you can slide this letter out. And this one is dated Sunday, July 3rd, 1932. And there are 3 pages to it. I'm certainly not going to take the time to read it. So, yeah, it's just, I love it. And that slides right back in there. So that is basically your front cover. And here's the back of it. And I'm just gonna flip through this very quickly. I use some washi tape for added security. And these are Lydia's beautiful French antique documents along with her blue antique documents, and I love them. I also added some book pages and added a little bit of washi. This is a vintage, oh gosh, I'm running a blank right now. I've been doing so well, ladies. Ledger paper. And I'm just gonna go through this really quickly. So this is all blank. I did distress the pages for you. And all you have to do is decorate. I love the whole vintage and antique vibe. And that is the center page. So the possibilities are endless, ladies, for you to decorate your own journal already created for you. So I'm gonna just tie this back up. And in a minute, I will measure it for you. So pretty. I'm so picky with bows. Anyway, I'll make it pretty later again. So this journal measures about 5.5 inches in width and 8 inches in length. And it's already ready for you to fill with all the beautiful accessories, fabric bundle, paper pack. It's so pretty, I love it. And here is my paper bag. It's made out of a paper bag. And I've been enjoying making these lately. I used it in my last design team project as well to include in one of the journals I created. And I added some beautiful lace here. Antique lace with some bling. I added one of those Tim Holtz pins, which I adore. And yeah, it's decorated with Lydia's blue antique documents along with her pretty blue wallpaper. And I added a bulldog clip here. So I'm not sure if I really want to show you everything. I kind of want it to be a surprise, but you know what? We'll go through it really quickly anyway, because why not? I just created this kind of like a flip out, and I didn't do much to it. I just added some washi. The point is for you to decorate it yourself if you choose to do so, or you can simply leave it as is and use it as a writing space. And then I also created these tags for you, and I use those metal corners, which I enjoy. And then I created this little tag booklet for you, sample stamp, some beautiful lace, and a floral bling. So it's these beautiful tags, and I backed them with book pages, French book pages. And I created a little pocket here, so you have a little bit of some little tags here, washi. And they just tuck in nicely here. I have a little safety pin with some lace. I love this image so much, and I used a lot of the metal corners here. So it's tons of ephemera for you. Some beautiful tags. I love this image so much. So you have tons here to decorate your journal with. Tons. I'll put that together shortly. Do you hear them? They're talking to you, ladies. They're very talkative at this time of day. And then I put together this nice ephemera pack. You have a bulldog clip. And then I created these little envelopes out of my vintage ledger. And I just stamped it with a sample stamp. Of course, Lidia's digitals. I made a little lace cluster with some bling. And inside, you have some ephemera backed with some vintage ledger. Oh my goodness, guys. And it's so cute. You can use it as a pocket in your journal. If you choose to do that. I'm just gonna put everything back in here. So that is included. And I really hope I'm in focus. And then I just did some stenciling. So you can tear this apart. You can adhere it to one of your pages in the journal. So, yeah, I love doing that. It's so cute. And then we have some homemade paper, which I embossed. You can tear up or use them as a pocket within your journal. And then we just have this little, from some book pages. It's secured with a brad, so I'm not going to take it out, but you can certainly use it as collaging or whatnot. And then I added some book pages here you can play around with. I just added a Sam Pool stamp on the back. Some book pages here. Oh, I love the patina on that. That's why I added it. Some are attached together. So I don't want to tear it all apart. And then I added this. I've had these for so long, and I forget where I ordered them through, but oh my goodness, guys. They're trying to help me out here. So I could not find a date on them, but they are very old and fragile. So I just love them. Very old and fragile. I love the patina on them. And it is an Italian. I'm assuming so, because it does say Italian down there. So I don't know Italian. But you get a ton of it here. And it's just like a little booklet. So yeah, so that is it, guys. So like I said, one is already reserved for purchase and the other one will be available. So that is your paper pack, and there's so much here, guys. And then you have your paper bag filled with tons of ephemera. I'll put that together. You have your already created journal. You have your fabric bundle, along with some buttons, doilies, some lace, paper clips, accessories that you'll need to decorate it with, another extra letter, seam binding, lace. All this will be included, and they will be listed in my Etsy shop very shortly. It'll be 2 postings. One is already reserved. The other one will be available for purchase. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me today, and I will see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.